Hey Jerry.
Hello.
We're doing office tours right now.
Well, this is my office.
And what position do you have?
Well, that's up for debate. There's so many different titles all at once. Production lead, I think, is the one of the week.
So I heard that you're our biggest coffee fiend. Is this yours over here?
Yeah, I've got problems. This is my coffee cup of the week. I've got about 3 in my car that are backups just in case this one were to fail me. We have the Keurig, we have our espresso, and then
3 coffee machines here?
I mean,
The Chemex in the background?
Yeah, I have my pour over just in case I want fancy coffee. Plus, I mean, we have our regular office coffee pot, which I use just as much as any of these things, so.
Let's see what other nerd stuff you got here.
Yeah, so I got a little mini guitar amp. I've got my
Is that the blue thing
planet. Is that what?
Is that what that blue thing is?
Yeah, this is a miniature guitar amp, battery powered. You can clip it on your belt.
You play in a band, right?
Yeah, sure do.
Let's see, or is this... I assume the Beatles is yours.
Yes, that's definitely mine. The Fairy Wings are not. Those are Jeremiah's.
Yeah, that's a totally different office tour. Let's see, we got Marvel. Do you like Marvel? I would assume so.
Yeah,
really should have just...
Pretty big Marvel fan. Marvel's kind of what got me into comic books in the first place. That and Saga were the first things that I started reading.
Oh, Saga's so good.
I had a small comic book collection when I was a kid, but I really didn't get into reading comic books until 2010. Got addicted to shopping at comic book stores a couple of times a week, and now I've got a pretty good collection going.
Who's your favorite Marvel character?
I mean, it changes on a weekly basis. Spider-Man's kind of always been my guy since I was a little kid. But before that, there was the X-Men, because of the animated series back in the 90s. That was kind of my thing. And I really liked Wolverine and Beast were kind of my favorites on that show.
Is that your dog?
That's one of my dogs. I have another dog.
I see your other dog didn't deserve a place in your computer collection.
But this picture's just so majestic. It's not about preference. It's just...
It is majestic. Look at the noble face. Is this a Scottish Terrier? Is that what they're called?
Westie, yeah. West Highland.
What is that?
Those are also essential for my job, but in a more a mental sanity way. So I got, I got my Wolverine figurine, I got my Batmobile, and Batman standing there protecting it. And then I got...
Is this Batman Beyond?
I don't know what that is. That came from a Burger King kid's toy or something like that.
I'm guessing it's Batman Beyond. If anyone knows what this is, let us know in the comments.
What is your best role-playing tip?
Save everything you find, just in case.
Everything?
Everything.
So, hoard everything?
Everything.
Does it apply to real life, too?
Yes. Absolutely.
Try a lot of them. I know a lot of people definitely get into, or D&D has such a big culture. I mean, obviously I have a D&D shirt on right now, but there's so many other games. I just mentioned Forged in the Dark or Blades in the Dark in general. And this Henshin game that I'm looking at playing is entirely diceless. There are tons of games with different formats and mechanics that all inform you how to play other games, tell you about what parts are fun or what things can be dropped, help you make your own decisions. Just go for everything.
Play a bard. I think that also goes on your list of the worst role-playing tips, but I would say play a bard because it's the only way for me. I'm gonna play a bard.
Indulge in your choice of vice, especially if that's your character. You really want to be your character. Method acting is always the way to go.
Wow. To let yourself not be perfect in game. Definitely, I don't recommend min-maxing. I don't recommend doing the things that make you great because running into problems is the stuff that makes it fun to be in a party.
This is going to be my best DM tip. is more or less, if your players want to do something, find a way to allow them to do it. And if it is something that is challenging or should be more challenging, find a way to make them earn what they want.
My best role-playing tip, if I had one, would be to break the rules. Always break the rules, always push, always try to get the party into really unusual circumstance, because that gives you such beautiful comedy.
As your GM, I love that answer. Fantastic.
Is just play your character. Don't get too heavily into min-maxing and all that stuff. Just be the character, let it take over and get into it. Love it.
Best tip would be to just dive in, get into character. You need a couple beers to do that, go for it, because that's what I did, and I love it. It's a new realm, a new possibility for me, that I never knew was really there.
Don't be afraid to tell the DM if you're not having fun playing your character. Because most cool DMs will let you roll a new character that will help you have more fun if you want to.
I like to have catchphrases written down for my character, and a list of like 14 or so, always at the ready. I like them to be a little absurd, but I kind of like running gags, and it helps build the personality.
Well, I'm a noob, so my best tip is to ask questions and play with people who are forgiving. A really good DM who is your friend is probably the best tip I can give you. Because I play with Travis, and I play but Travis is patient with my shenanigans and tries to guide me back on the course that I'm actually supposed to be on. That's my tip. Friendly DM.
Stop being yourself. Be somebody else, have fun, and just be creative.
The most exciting thing for me is putting on a costume. But I see all the cool costumes at like Comic-Con, and I really, really want to do that. Really want to cosplay Charlie from Supernatural.
Cause damage in the most unique way you can whenever possible. So if there's an opportunity for you not to use your weapon to cause direct damage, but instead to use your weapon to knock over that tree to then cause a ton of damage, that's way more fun. Alright, Travis, we're talking about selective staining, and I want you to tell me a little bit about it. So how often do you selective stain in the shop?
Quite a bit. Probably like once a week, like a full day.
A full day of selective staining?
Oh yeah.
Does it feel like you're painting?
Oh yeah. Definitely, depending on what it is. We use brushes for certain products, so if we're trying to take nice clean lines, definitely feels like painting. But I have done a lot of art stuff at home, like miniature painting, hobbyist. So maybe came a little equipped for it.
How do you decide what to stain something?
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
If we're looking at colors, it's mostly just a feel, trying to figure out what might look good together. We have a pretty limited palette, all things considered, so trying to spice it up is always a challenge. Something that most of us try to do when we're able to, but it's just grabbing colors that are complementary, looking at the sculpt, seeing if we can accentuate it in a way that makes it kind of pop out or just look nice.
So in miniature painting, you know what a wash is? Miniature painting, where you pull out the shadows. Is that something that you do with the selective stains?
Yeah, we have oil stains and trans tints. Trans tints being our brighter, vibrant colors. Oil stains are very similar to what you're just mentioning there, washes. They also, they just get into everything. Usually we apply them over a whole color, or like a whole panel, sculpt, whatever we're doing. And it does definitely help bring out color. It makes the trans tints, which are very flat, have a lot more depth to them, and kind of uses the wood's like natural retention with the different grains to make things look a lot more exciting.
And what was the best selective stain that you've ever done?
It was a Cthulhu I did where I normally we blend all of our colors pretty extensively. We don't like hard lines. But I did one where he's like in a dark, like ocean depths kind of look. And I sprinkled yellow onto the board after I was done with the rest of the colors and just let the drops kind of like pool wherever they were, to kind of make like, I don't know, like the anglerfish like lights kind of hanging in the background. I really like it. And one customer did too, because somebody ordered it after seeing it. But yeah, I think that's probably my favorite one I did.
Hey, Mike.
Hey!
What time is it?
It's time to give something away. I am giving away a set of Cadillac's polyhedrals today.
Nice.
Would you like to see them?
Yes, please.
Down here. They come in a sweet box with sweet foam and sweet dice. All right, let's take them out. Bada boom. This is Cadillac's. These ones are a little browner than what we usually see in terms of Cadillac's, but really nice set. Good weight. Great to roll with. Engraved faces for high visibility. And one lucky person is going to take these home.
You didn't really eat those, did you?
Go to dogmight.com/unleashed and enter your email and the magic word, which is going to be Polly's. And we will draw a winner in the next week. Good luck. Peace.
Despite conventional wisdom, it is always, and I mean always, good to separate the party. Only then will you find true adventure.